Hello everybody, it's Mirialda here once again, and welcome back to an Ami Ami box. And you know what's inside Ami Ami boxes? That's right, we got a figure. Wonder if you could hear the whisper, probably. But yeah, we've got a figure in here, and I need this figure today because it was definitely a Monday at work today. So yeah, it's a nice 120 size box. There's only one figure in here, and DHL was reasonably quick. Of course, if they worked on weekends, I could have had it on Friday again, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get this box open so that we can see who this figure is. I'll give you a hint. She is a pretty one. And I'll give you another hint. Look at the thumbnail and title of this video. So we'll open the box and we'll get an Ami Ami thank you card. So we've got Amiko and Liliko, and they're working at Ami Ami, carrying some boxes of figures and displaying them. So yay. Amiko's Revival series from May of 2016. So yay. And on the back, she looks kind of adultish in this one. So yay. Put that off to the side. And let's look at the Ami Ami paper. And I've been waiting for this one for a while because she came out in China a couple months ago. And there we go. There she is. And she is wrapped in tissue paper. Not blister paper, not bubble wrap, tissue paper. So we'll get the box out of the way. And we'll have fun. We'll open the rip apart the tissue paper. Come on. And there we go. So this is another figure of a character that I don't know, but all I know is she is a cutie. So this is Elysia, the Miss Pink version of her from Honkai Impact 3rd. She's a 1/7 scale figure manufactured by Apex. And so in China, she released on August 17th of 2023, but in Japan, she didn't come into stock until October 21st of 2023. So over 2 months later. Aren't China and Japan like very close to each other? But anyways, when Alyssa first went up for order, I wasn't sure if I was going to get her, and I waited a while, and then she went out of stock and everything. And, you know, eventually she came back in and I looked at her and I'm like, yeah, I'll get her. So I wound up ordering her on June 15th of 2023. I paid for her on the 26th of October. She shipped out on the 2nd of November and got here today on the 6th of November. And for Alyssa, I paid 18,000 yen, or $125.19. And I got her DHL shipping 8,472 yen, or $58.92. So yay. And let's see, maybe if I drop the light down, we can see inside the box a little bit. So, box does seem fairly large for what the figure is. She may have a big giant base under there. So this side is like the cold leaf holographic printing. It's got her silhouette, probably her name, and her name. On the back, we got the different angles of her. So back and face and side and the signboard. And all the warnings and stuff. Other side, we've got a nice full body shot of Alyssa. And back to the front. If we look at the top, there's a nice gradient from purple to pink to purple. And it says Miss Pink, 1/7 scale painted figure. And it's got the cutout of a rose. And then the bottom's pretty boring. It's got that nice gradient from pink to purple to pink to purple to pink. But it is what it is. So that is Alyssa. Let's go ahead and then raise the light back up. And then let's go ahead and get her open. So like I said, once I ordered her, I got excited for her. And then she released in China. And it's been pretty hellish waiting for her to actually come out to me. I just noticed The box has a little tear, but it's no big deal. Go ahead and pull her out. So the inside of the box, it's just that blue and pink gradient with the square patterns inside of it. Go ahead and put the box off to the side. And there is Elysia. And I do see she does have a pre-order bonus, which is a glitter coaster. If you got her from like Tmall or some like China stores, you could have got the pre-order bonus. It's a porcelain teacup. So I don't think we'll need to pull out the instructions, but basically you put her on the base and that's about it. I have read and seen that she can be quite a pain to put onto her base. So hopefully I will not struggle too hard. But yeah. So there is Elysia in her blister pack. So lots of protective plastic. She's got a little table and a little signboard and a big base. There she is from the side and the back. So her hair does stick out quite far behind her. There's the other side and back to the front. So let's go ahead and open up this blister and have some looks at her, shall we? So it looks okay. I just got a glimpse of that glitter coaster, and it's not stationary, it's fluid. So pop the blister open, put that off to the side. We'll pull out the base. And before we look at the base, this is the glitter coaster. So it's a nice image of Elysia with her little horns and elf ears, and she's making the little heart. And as we twist and turn, it's kind of like a snow globe. You know what? I'm actually going to take it out of the plastic. Okay, it's got like a rubber ring around it so it doesn't slide around. But yeah, as we shake it up, you can see all the glitter flowing and everything. And there's little heart glitters inside there too. So that's a nice little touch. And if you don't like the rubber ring, you can take it off. I'll just leave it on. So yeah, stick that over there. Pull out her base. And it is a pretty large base, and it's stuck very tightly. So it looks like a wood panel, floorboards and everything. She has one metal peg, and that peg is at a backwards angle. So that may be why people are having issues. But then they also said that putting the peg into the hole is a pain as well. So the base does have some shading and gradients on there, and it is textured sculpted. On the bottom it says copyright MiHoYo, all rights reserved, Apex Toys, made in China. And I just moved the camera on you guys, sorry about that. Pull out her signboard next. So it's got a little chalk drawing on it of Elysia and her making her hearts and everything. It's got little flower ornaments and a butterfly ornament on it as well. The back of the chalkboard is blank, and it does not fold. So yeah, that is what it is. Next we'll pull out her little table. So the shaft or rod of the table, it feels like it's a metal rod, and then a little round disc with little semicircle down or hemisphere globe, and same at the top. The table part of it is just plain brown plastic, it looks like, maybe a little shading, and it does have a little flower pot and succulent and some little creature. Looks like maybe a little hamster. So that's cute. Set that off to the side. And then all that's left is Elysia. So we'll pull her out and be gentle with her. Move the blister out of the way. There she is. She will not stand on her own, probably just because of how the legs are. And, you know, there's probably something else in that blister. Let me set her down and look again. Yep, I missed a piece. So if I peel the plastic off from the top of it, it's just the little clear support piece for her foot, but it's kind of necessary, so there we go. So it pegs onto her foot and then into the base. And I believe you're supposed to put this on before you try to put her onto the base. So let's go ahead and pick Elysia back up. And let's go ahead and de-plastic her. So there's some foam between her hair and her outfit and back. And then there's a plastic baggie over some of her hair. And this kind of is being a pain because it's getting caught. So we'll just gently work it loose. We don't want to break anything, so no forcing it. There we go. And her hair, it curly cues, so you gotta, again, be very careful with it. And you're getting probably a good shot too while I'm doing this. There we go, got that plastic off. And then there's some foam between her legs. I'm going to leave that on for this moment, and I'll take it off once I get her on the base. But other than that, she is de-plasticked. So, there is her face. I'm going to set her down again and change the angle of the camera. So sorry for shaky cam. I'm just raising it up a little bit. Okay, so there we go. That's a little bit better. And yes, very professional, I know. Adjust some lighting. There we go. So we do see her face. She's got nice blue eyes with pink pupils. She's got a nice gentle smile on her face. I don't know if these are horns or if they're just an ornament. I'm believing that they're just an ornament in the shape of horns. She does have a maid headband which hides the hair seam line. And then she has boobs. This plastic is in the way. So she's got nice cleavage on her. It is welded cleavage, but she is a little bit more on the modest side because she does have this little flap of clear plastic covering a lot of her cleavage, but she still shows off enough. She's got a little collar with a little pendant on it. Looks like the shape of a double heart. The straps do appear to be sculpted out of her body and painted onto her skin, so no glorious strap gap. She does have a little flower on her, on the one cup, and a little bow. And little details where the cups meet, and then on her corset part. And she's got a lot of these clear flowers all over her, and a couple little golden butterflies. I'm sure people are going to comment, oh, they use gold paint, it's going to explode all over everything. So I hope that doesn't happen. It may, but hopefully not. I do see her apron. It's white, but it has some like purple shading on it. And then if we look from the side, we do see that her dress has cutouts on her flanks. So a little bit extra flesh. Her maid skirt is in layers, so you got the white underskirt and then the black overskirt. She is wearing elbow-length gloves. Her fingers are very fine and dainty and all individual and sculpted quite nicely. She's supposed to be lifting up her skirt, but her fingers aren't actually grasping it. There's a little floral ornament on her wrist, and then some sculpting detail, and then a translucent fringe. Same on this arm. She is holding up the tray with this arm, and her middle and ring finger are one piece. On the tray, she has a piece of strawberry shortcake with a little strawberry on top, and the little napkin is a pink and white checkerboard pattern. Well, not checker, you know what I mean. She does have some poofy shoulders that don't appear to be attached to anything, so why she's wearing them, I don't know. Spin around to the back. There is some good sculpting detail in the back of the hair. It's not just a flat piece of plastic. Again, we get a bow with the translucent flower and butterflies, and more translucent flowers on the tails of the bow. She also has a big giant bow on her back, and if we peek behind her hair, there is another flower with a little golden ball in the center. I'm just wiggling. It does not appear that her head comes off. If we go down to her legs, well, there you go. She's got black ones. Not overly detailed. And the booty, it's there, but again, it's not overly detailed or bulbous or anything, but it's a nice booty. She is wearing garter straps. Again, this time they are sculpted differently, like they're pieces of clear plastic or translucent plastic, but they go into slots grooved into her legs, so again, no glorious strap gap. Does not have the soft touch flesh. Her stockings, they do have that sculpted detail at the top again to match her gloves. Good detail and wrinkles in her knee area. Her shoes, they actually have a purplish tint to them, so they're not solid black or anything. They're metallic glossy high heels. Again, we've got the little butterfly. And then we look, and there is the peg holes for the peg and the metal peg, and then the attachment for the extra support. So yeah, so far she looks really good. So I'm going to set her down again and adjust the camera. I'm going to tilt it down and adjust the leg so maybe it doesn't fall over. And we shall try to get her onto the base. So like I said, this has been a struggle for several people. And that's the main reason I left the little foam between her legs, just in case I squeeze a little too hard. So there we go. So you get it so that the little chunky piece goes under her heel, and then the big peg goes into her foot. And that is a pretty tight fit. There we go, got it in. So now I'm going to try to get her on. And remember that the metal peg is at a backwards angle, so you kind of slide her forward. And people have said they had to kind of wiggle. And come on. So it's going in, but it is a very tight fit. Another suggestion people had was this plastic piece. Don't have it on her foot right away and just work it in and out a couple times. So she is stable enough for now. I do need to eventually take her off the base again, so I'm not going to push her all the way on. I will do that afterwards once I take pictures and stuff. But you can see, yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a pain. But she, like I said, she's stable enough right now that I can do the spin arounds and close off the video and all that good stuff. So there we go. We'll put the little signboard up on there, and we'll put the little table up next to her. And there is Elysia, mostly assembled. Let's see. Tilt. Move. And right now it does look like she's leaning a little bit to the side, but again, I'm sure that's just because she's not tight on the base. And we'll just do a nice little spin around of her. I think she looks pretty dang good. She is quite forward on the base, mainly because her hair sticks out so far behind. And that's why they had to make the base so big, was so that you get that little cylinder that she fits into. But yeah, it looks pretty dang good, if I say so myself. Gonna push her back so she's kind of centered, so the spin works a little bit better. And we'll zoom in onto her face. There we go. A little bit less glare this way. But yeah, very cute. And like I said, she's got her like elf ears. A nice gentle smile on her face. She's not in a battle or anything, even though it's Honkai Impact. She's a gentle maid. She's serving you some strawberry shortcake. And yeah, just looking very pretty. And we'll spin around the chest area. Again, she has big boobs, and she is showing off some cleavage, but she is a little bit more modest because she has that translucent plastic right there. And you can, again, kind of see that flower on the bow on her back. And you can kind of see also her back is exposed, but the hair covers most of it. We do see the straps in the back and a little bit of sculpting detail there. You got a little spine line. I don't really see shoulder blades or anything. And you get the hip or flank flesh. So yeah. And we'll move back and spin her legs. The legs definitely are sculpted very nicely. She's got very curvy calves and, you know, nice thighs and everything. Not a whole lot of thigh squish or anything, so the stockings are not very tight, which is why she wears garters, I guess. So yeah, Elysia. I think she looks pretty good. And I'm glad I decided to pick her up. And again, she comes with the bonus glitter coaster. If you ordered her from like Tmall or the Apex store and other Chinese stores, you could have got a teacup, porcelain teacup with a little gold embossed image of her. But yeah, so this is Miss Pink. The outfit that she's wearing is called Miss Pink, I guess. This is Elysia from Honkai Impact 3rd. She is a 1/7 scale figure manufactured by Apex. In China, she released on August 17th of 2023. In Japan, October 21st of 2023. At AmiAmi pre-order, I got her for 18,000 yen, or $125.19. And I got DHL shipping for her, and that was 8,472 yen to the United States, or $58.92. So, little pricey, but reasonable considering figures these days. I hate to say this, but Apex figures tend to bargain bin. I don't know why, because they are very, very good and a very good company. But, so if you like her, you may just want to hold off a little bit and see if you can buy her in the aftermarket. And this is not working the way I intended it to work. Trying to get some of the glare off of her. But, yeah. So Elysia, however you say her name, she is cute. I'm happy with her. I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you at the very least on November 20th for my birthday stream. This is not Sneaky. I do have Sneaky ordered. Hopefully she ships and gets here on time. Anyways, that's rambling. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. Bye-bye. So, I realized that I didn't clean off the camera lens, so sorry about the crappy video quality earlier. But I'm I was taking my pictures and I got all the pictures of her off the base done. So I decided to work on her. And yes, you can get her all the way on the base. What I did was I took this plastic piece off and I just put that into the hole and spun it around a couple times to loosen it up a little bit. Then I put it back on her foot and put her down. Again, remember the metal peg is at an angle, and then just, downward pressure. You want to put it on something sturdy and just push down. It's very hard, but you can do it. But yeah, Elysia, she is definitely a cutie. And again, sorry about the crappy video earlier, but she is cute. And again, her little glitter coaster. So yeah, just a quick follow-up. I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.